I really don't understand why I keep letting you people in my house. All you do is wreck it.
Reggie, I told you I was sorry. How many times do I have to say it until you forgive me?
Reggie sent his fist through a window, taking the whole frame out of the wall.
Every time I turn around, you wreck something! You did this even before we dated. You'd sit there and act like everything was bright and dandy just to avoid conflict. And right when you got upset, you decided to let out that frustration on my stuff. Every single time. It's like you're addicted to being a giant wrecking ball. In fact, I think you are, because you sure did a number on our relationship too.
Kaitlyn froze in place. She was emotionally paralyzed. She couldn't think. She couldn't breathe. She felt an urge to strangle something well up inside her. Her left foot moved forward, then her right, then her left again. Little sparks of electricity fell off her fingertips as if dripping from a faucet. She lifted her arms up and pinned Reggie next to the broken window. She ran her hand up his shirt and landed it around his throat. She took her other hand and joined it with her first, putting him in a throttle, but she was holding back. There was no pressure, but she kept her hands right where they were.
Kaitlyn, back off. Now.
I can't.
Kaitlyn, yes you can. Back off.
I can't.
Yes, you can!
Reggie, no, I can't!
Reggie stuck both hands up behind Kaitlyn and slammed them together, creating a shockwave, forcing her into Reggie's body. Her lips landed on his and she immediately pushed away. They both paused, both fearful of the other.
Why did you do it?
I don't know. I don't know what came over me. I don't know.
No, not just now. That doesn't matter. I've handled worse. Why did you end it all those years ago?
Kaitlyn hung her head. She saved him by breaking up with him. She hated not being able to tell him that. But if he knew, well, Kaitlyn wasn't sure what he'd do.
I can't tell you. You can't know.
Reggie threw his hands up in defeat and walked outside.
I shouldn't expect anything more out of you. First, you tear out my heart. And second, you won't even tell me why. What's the third gonna be? Am I gonna find out it was all for nothing?
Reggie, that's not fair. You can't do this to me. You can't get mad at me for this.
And why not? You're hiding something and you refuse to tell me what it is.
A shockwave of air burst into the room, sending Reggie and Kaitlyn soaring back into the house. Reggie caught himself and looked outside to see what caused the shockwave. Kaitlyn got up and felt a searing pain lance up her leg. She looked down at her thigh and saw a piece of debris sticking out of it, making her leg bleed profusely.
The hell was that?
I don't know. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Reggie turned around to look at Kaitlyn and saw the splintered piece of wood sticking out of her damaged leg.
Are you just gonna leave it in there?
Well, no, stupid. I'm gonna remove it. Just give me a sec.
Kaitlyn had the powers of electricity, so she could essentially control the electric pathways in her body. Reggie knew that. But how she used it to heal herself in short bursts of time left him dumbfounded every time. It was like watching time lapse insanely fast before his eyes. Kaitlyn braced herself and ripped the giant splinter out of her leg. She grunted in pain and quickly placed her palm on her wound. She pulsed blue static into her leg. The sparks danced around the wound, healing it with every bounce. A few seconds later and the wound was completely gone.
Oh, I hate it when I watch you do that. It's disgusting.
Well, would you rather carry me around or have me be useful?
Either one would leave me with something annoying to deal with, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh, shut it. How's the front of the house look?
Reggie scanned the piles of rubble that were once his house.
Well, now that you mention it, I think the renovations look beautiful. No, Kaitlyn, it is completely destroyed. How do you think it looks?
The entirety of the house's front side was in shambles, completely destroyed. The house across from them was in the same state, and in between the two homes was a giant rope that was retreating to its point of origin at a rapid pace.
What is that thing?
Kaitlyn walked over and touched the rope as it receded.
Gross!
She pulled her hand back in disagreement.
This thing is covered in black sticky stuff.
Reggie examined Kaitlyn's hand as she wiped the gunk off onto her tunic.
Kaitlyn, that's coagulated blood. This thing, whatever it is either dead or covered in something else's blood.
They both paused, realizing the potential adventure that could come with investigating what this rope was.
Pick up on the argument later?
Reggie stuck out a fist.
Sure, as long as you don't forget to continue it.
Why do I have to continue it? Why can't you be the one to continue it?
Kaitlyn bumped his fist. Reggie smirked.
Because you're the one who paused it, sweetheart.
He winked and ran off to follow the rope.
I said stop calling me. Oh, Tails, it doesn't matter. He's not gonna stop doing it, no matter how much I ask. Man, that's hot.